All right, so let's go on
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Thursday night football now, and we'll getting back to
yeah.
Marcus Peters because we're getting back to that Rams defense. Um, and here we go. The Rams defense, in my opinion, is giving up way too many points this year.
Way
Um,
too much.
I don't know if Jameis Winston is the real deal now or if this defense is just trash. And I drafted him, so I'm wondering how that's going to go for me in fantasy football. Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns this week. Hope you didn't sit
He's
him.
incredible.
Hope you didn't sit him.
Yeah, he's. I'm playing a guy in fantasy, and he sat him. He
Yeah.
started Matt Ryan over Russell Wilson.
I,
So we'll see if that works out. But I'm happy so far.
all right.
But Russell Wilson, yeah, outstanding. He's been playing fantastic.
Metcalf got his first touchdown of the year. I do believe it was the very first one of the year. I
Yep.
could be wrong. Somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. Tyler Lockett looked like a stud out there. He just kept catching everything, and then he had that one catch on the side. That it reminded me of the San Antonio Holmes catch out of the Super Bowl a few years back
Yep.
against the
Exactly what it
opposite
reminded me
sides,
of.
but it reminded me just like it. Will Disley,
Hmm.
I think this guy is a diamond in the rough, and he's becoming that tight end over there. Um,
Think he's for real?
I do. So real quick, you didn't see it, but anybody out there, if you've seen it, it was the worst roughing the passer call I've ever seen on Clay Matthews. I think it was horrible. It keeps happening to Clay Matthews, and it just feels like it's just not right what's going on there. Something just doesn't feel right about the way he gets these roughing the passers. There will be no fine for that hit because it wasn't a roughing the passer, but let you go ahead and talk about this for a minute. See what you got to say.
Yeah, I didn't see the hit on Clay Matthews. I'll be checking it out right after this podcast. I missed some of the game because there's so many sports going on
Oh yeah.
yesterday, and that's crazy October for you. But I'm not surprised. Clay Matthews has been dealing with this ever since they changed this rule. He's been kind of the poster guy for it when he was with Green Bay. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all with Clay Matthews. I really want to know what's going on with Jared Goff, though. He's had a couple bad weeks. He was fantastic last season. I mean, he started off pretty good this year, too. He's just been really inconsistent so far. He threw bombs last week against Tampa Bay, 500 and something yards, but they were down for most of that game. So I don't know if it's the defense and he's constantly has to change his game plan because they're down or because he's got to throw the ball too much. But I'm not impressed so far with Goff like I was last season.
He reminds
I
me a
am
lot of
impressed with
Brett
his
Favre this
his
year.
receiver though. Yeah, I am impressed with his receiving core though, especially Cup because Cup is fantastic. He had 9 receptions, and you said it was over 100 yards.
Yep.
Fantastic. So it sucks for Goff, having his defense not help him out, and his special teams, his kicker didn't help him out at the end either.
Yeah, I
So
was about to say we may as well get in that. Zerline kind of blew that game at the end there. It was pretty bad. Yeah, but Cooper Cup this year, he's had 4 touchdowns so far this year. It's been pretty impressive to see. I mean, it's nice to see. Did you hear Troy Aikman real quick talk about Cooper Cup's dad and say he completely realized he
I
didn't
did.
know?
That's
It
oh
was savage.
man.
He said he was
He's
there
like,
for
yeah,
two
he's the
cups of
backup.
coffee.
Oh,
He said 2 cups of coffee.
oh man.
All right. So let's get in.
His dad's just trying to enjoy the game,
Yeah.
and then he just gets crapped on
Yeah.
live television.
He heard that
Come
and
on,
was like,
Troy.
"Oh
Come on,
man."
man. You gotta do better than that.
All right, so let's get into some Week
You gotta
5
do better.
predictions.